All right, so in the trending matter of the Okoyes, as you all know, Peter of Psquare came out recently with a lot of bombshells, dropping receipts, talking about how his brothers connived together, used him, defrauded him, took advantage of him, and currently, I think he's currently at part 8B.
How am I going to send them money? Because send money, I'm still going to ask for it. Let's fast forward, guys. I did everything for them to get back home. While I was doing all that, our mom was still around. My mom felt my pain.
Now, somehow I've been caught into the web of all of this, especially on Twitter, because as you can see, a lot of people are insulting me and dragging me on Twitter because I had previously spoken about Cynthia Morgan and Jude. But in my video, I was in defense for Jude. Yeah, I defended Jude 100%, right? So because of that reason, a lot of people are insulting me on Twitter, and they even went further to say I have been paid, right? But then again, there's a story behind everything, yeah? And I'm going to share you guys a story. First things first, you see, everything Peter I've shared on Instagram these past few days, everything from part 1 to part 8, everything I know about all. Everything from part 1 to part 8. In short, even the one he will possibly tell you tomorrow, I know about everything. And do you know how I found out about all of this? Do you know how I know about it? Do you know who told me about everything that Peter is putting out there today? Peter. Peter himself told me everything. As a matter of fact, there are some that he has not even said yet. So I'm in the know of everything. Do you know when Peter shared all of this with me? Over a year ago, in 2025. Over 1 year ago, that I have the knowledge of everything he has posted. It's a very juicy topic. I would have come out to say some things, but there's a reason why. Since then, I will tell you. So 2025, over a year ago, Peter invited me to his hotel room in Sheraton, and I went there with Coco P and CPAC. Peter was with his guys, but some of them were waiting outside. Myself, Coco P, CPAC, and Peter were inside his room in Sheraton. And Peter started narrating everything. We spoke for more than 3 hours on this matter. Peter brought out his laptop. He started showing receipts, bank transactions, showed everything, explained everything. How they bought houses, how they bought cars, how his share was not coming to him, how they diverted everything that was explained. Social media, he explained everything to me, right? He went on to say how Jude took advantage of Cynthia Morgan, how he diverted her funds, everything. He told me everything, right? Then we went to go and buy suya. We went to go and buy suya after everything he told me. Bro, the people I went there with CPAC at some point started sleeping. It was a very lengthy conversation. That is why I say some of the things he told me, he has not even put it out yet. So there are still more that I might possibly say. Now, when he told me, he now went on to say, well, the summary of all of this is that they are in court. And Jude's building, that Jude is currently building, Jude's building have been sealed by the EFCC. And very soon, those buildings will be taken from Jude and be given to him. And even Paul's Plaza, that is what it is with his money, the money that they stole from him, that they used in acquiring these properties. So he's going to get all these properties and they'll give everything to him. I was really happy for him because, to be very honest, when Peter was speaking, God bear me witness, I almost cried, right? It's one thing to be cheated by an outsider. It's another thing to be cheated by your own family that's supposed to be looking out for you.
VeryDarkMan don finally drop in one side of the story. Wetin he know about the ongoing saga between the Psquare and family. He don finally talk in one because this thing has been trending online. This Peter has been making videos lately. So VeryDarkMan just drop his own. I want you to take your time and listen to what VeryDarkMan said. He said he had a meeting with Peter in his hotel sometime in Sheraton Hotel, and Peter narrated a whole lot to him. He said a whole lot. In fact, even him, with the very dark man, he almost cried because that guy has been saying a lot. And that day, he exposed a lot of things, and he will categorically say that Jude is the problem of those guys. That Jude no be good person. In fact, he hate him, he no like him because na very corny, very corny person. So that kind of wickedness wey that guy get, he never see am. So I'll be playing the video of the time that I had with Peter in the hotel. What Peter told him, everything about that meeting that they had. You'll be listening to it. You'll be listening to that conversation in this video that he made. So please do not drop on the way. Watch it to the end. Listen to what VeryDarkMan said. You know, say anytime VeryDarkMan come inside story, you know, say that thing on the tire rapper, and we will hear the truth. So he said there are plenty things where Peter never talk, where Peter tell him, where Peter never still talk. Even as he don't do episode 1 to episode 8, he never talk some of the things wey he tell am, and he believe say he go talk am. So he mean go talk certain things wey Peter tell am. So listen to the video, listen to it carefully. Don't drop on the way because he said a lot of things. And when you watch it, please drop your thought in the comment. Say your own in the comment. What do you think about this ongoing saga? Do you think this guy coming out to be doing all these videos, is it right or is it wrong? Or do you think they would have settled it within the house or inside the house? But please drop your thought, let us know. And if you are first time on this channel, this is Issues of the Moment. We drop stories here in entertainment, in politics, and in social space. So if you think this is where you should be, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell, because every day we drop stories here that are issues currently in the society. So you are going to be part of us, and then we'll be talking it together. So let's go.
You understand? Peter still went further to tell me about some inner things about Paul, about Jude, about their family, what had been said to him in the past, what had been said to his wife, what had been said about his kids. He shared all of this. I was like, Jude is such a terrible older brother. Terrible older brother. Anyways, towards the end of everything, he now said, as of now, Jude don't know what is coming to him. That, do I know that one of his checkmate plan against Jude is that himself and Feno Ezege, that they are in talk, because Jude has also scammed Feno over hundreds of thousands of dollars. That the same thing that Jude did to him, Jude has also done to Feno. Made mention about some real estate transactions that was done between Feno and Jude, and that when Feno had realized that Jude scammed him, Feno became bitter, and they spoke about it, and Feno now agreed that he will come to court and testify against Jude. That Feno is his key witness in the case. I say, you do this thing, reach Feno's side again. And Feno know the talk, to the best of my knowledge. Based on what I hear about, I say, you know the talk. You know, just very chill guy where they keep to himself. Like, you don't really get much friends around. So you know the talk. So even if this guy happens to, I say, you know, we even speak up. So explained to me, said Feno is going to come out that day, and also is in talks with Cynthia Morgan. And that guy, what Jude did to that girl, that Jude is such an evil person. That if the girl done the almost craze, people no go know, say, don't finish the girl. Anyways, after this whole lengthy conversation, got into the car, said bye-bye. As we're driving, me and Coco P and sit back on the gist the matter. Everybody in the car, it's like, why Jude go do this kind of thing? But these people wicked. And to be honest, me, I've always been the bitter guy, right from time. Anybody who know me knows, I'm maybe the number one Psquare fan. There's none of Psquare song when I don't know, but let's leave that by the way. See, Jude. See, that Jude caused the breakup of Psquare. Jude is such a terrible person, you know. Immediately, I hated Jude, to be very honest. I hated Jude. I disliked him. Because to be honest, Jude know they really talk. And people where they know they really talk like that, sometimes they bite you for back, you know. We drove, and I told Coco that, man, I'm going to reach out to Cynthia Morgan. You understand? And when I reach out to Cynthia Morgan, we are going to look for a way to get a catalog of Jude. You understand? Any problem where it won't cause, we dig in. So after then, I reached out to Cynthia Morgan. I said, I heard what they did to you. You know, man, it's really, really sad that you went through all of this, you know, and blah, blah, blah. So we started talking, myself and Cynthia, we started talking, you know. Now, I went to Lagos for something else after like a few weeks. Before now, me and Peter, we talk normal for phone, you know. They talk for phone, they vibe, but they talk lengthy conversation for phone, they vibe. And I went to Lagos. As I went to Lagos, I was somewhere and Feno was in the same place. So I went up. He said, VDM, how you doing now? You there? I said, guy, I did. He said, your problem too much, guy. Every time problem, you know the tire. VDM, you know the tire. Drag this one, drag this one. I started laughing. I said, guy, you know, for this country, me better. We go gas pull mouths for everything. You understand? He said, yeah, he understands, but I should be calming down. You know that this country, I should just be calming down. You know, he was trying to advise me. So in that mood of advice, I saw an opportunity to slip in this whole conversation that myself and Peter had. So I said, I also heard what happened to you. I was with Peter a few weeks ago. We were in Sheraton in his room. You know, Coco P was there, CPAC was there, and he told us what Jude and Paul did to him. How Jude and Paul scammed him, took advantage of him, used the money that they got from him to buy mall and building, and they left nothing for him. And while he was sharing this story, he also mentioned your name, that Jude did the same thing to you, that Jude took advantage of you, took over hundreds of thousands of dollars from you, right? He also said that you are the checkmate of his plan, that now that they are taking Jude to court, that you would come and testify against Jude, because you are also angry and upset at Jude because of what Jude did to you. So I now went further to say, one thing is this here, I want to give you a special shout out, and I want to say thank you for joining Peter in this fight, because this fight will go further to expose them and expose the evil in the hearts of men. So shout out to you again. Feno looks at me. Feno said, what are you talking about? I said, Peter told me what happened, how Jude scammed you. He said, Jude scammed me. I said, yeah, Peter told me. He said, when? I said, Peter told me that you and him, you people are in talks. That you people have agreed that Cynthia Morgan is also a witness, and you are a witness in this case for Peter. Because you people are going to expose Jude and how Jude took advantage of you guys and make money off you guys. Right? So he said, VDM. He said, yes. He said, please, can you put Peter on the phone? Let me hear him say this, because I'm confused. Now at this point, when he said this thing, at this point I was feeling like, because Feno is a quiet person, as they said, and he does not like social media talk and all that, I felt like maybe he just wanted to just look for a way to just disco me and go. But then again, this point where he said, can you put Peter on the call? Let me hear him say this, because I am confused. I said, I don't think there's need for that, right? If you say that if there's nothing like that, there's no problem. Because me now, I don't want it to be awkward. I don't understand. I don't know if you understand. I don't want it to be awkward. But then he insisted. He said, no, call Peter. I want to hear him say these things. As he kept on insisting, he now said, I haven't spoken with Peter in years. So how come I am going to court? I am a witness in their matter and all that. I've not spoken with him in years. Call him. If he says he has spoken with me, let him say it. I want to hear him say it, because I haven't spoken with Peter in years. At this point, bro, the whole thing just do me like, wait till they go on here. Coco P was standing there. Coco P said they look like, what's going on here? We look at ourselves, we give ourselves eye like, what's it happen here? He kept on insisting. I said, call him. And I said, bros, there's no need. You understand? He said, well, nobody scammed me, and I'm not going to court for nothing. I don't even know what you're talking about, because I haven't spoken with Peter in years. In years. I haven't spoken with him. Then somebody called him, and then he said, oh, he needs to go now. And I said, very dark man. Very dark man. My mom said, stop all this wahala way they do, you know? He just laughed. Then I said, bros, I bet if you give me Jude number. He said, VDM, now you be investigative person. Go find Jude number where you won't find him. I beg, leave me. Hey, all this online thing, I beg. Mona leave me. Then he left. Now, this is where I got the red flag of the story. Right? Now, do you know why I'm bringing this Feno's part? It's because when the court case started, I didn't see Feno. Because the court case has started. They don't even reach cross-examination. I was looking out for Feno. Do you understand? I didn't see Feno. And this is where I now finally... It was just recently I believed Feno. Do you understand? Because I was thinking that maybe he just talked that thing to disco me. But it was recently I found out, when the whole court cases, they go, Feno name, they don't mention him, nothing like that. I can't realize, for the witnesses, Feno name no day, I can't realize, come on, something is definitely off somewhere. Sure, you understand? So that means now I can't start to doubt the whole story. But anyways, I'll take you back again, right? I just told you how I confirmed that. You'll be like, say, now, I can't get Jude number. I can't call Jude. I said, bros, I greet you. He said, who is this? I said, this is VDM. He said, VDM, very dark man. I said, yes. He said, wait till happen. This one they come in. I beg you, no drag me. Wait till I do this time. Wait till happen. Wait till happen. I said, bros, nothing happen. I just want to see you. He said, you won't just see me. I see me like how? Random like this. I said, bros, not just something where they I just want to reach out to you. He said, no, where you did? I told him. He said, okay, we meet up. And then we met. So he sat down and I said, bros, good deal. He said, where do? He said, VDM, wait till happen. I said, bros, to be honest, I'll go straight to the point. It's the matter of Cynthia Morgan. I had to use Cynthia Morgan's phone to start it. I said, bro, Cynthia Morgan are from my state. And to be very honest, the girl where don't they at the top of her game, that girl is supposed to be a very big international brand right now. But I honestly don't like the way everything is going. And the girl is talented. But first things first, the words on the street is that you stopped her from using the name that she's known with. Now, you were the one that stopped her from using Cynthia Morgan. That was why she changed her name to Madrina. You said, me, Jude. I said, yes. He said, me, stop Cynthia Morgan. When? I said, that's what they are saying. He said, okay, no problem. Jude carried his phone. Take. When he gave me, in the video, Cynthia Morgan was in the car with another guy. And then that was when Cynthia Morgan said, she will no longer be answering Cynthia Morgan. That her new name is Madrina. She and the guy now celebrated the name. He said, very dark man, I did that video. I said, no. He said, you let me talk for them. He said, no. I call her for phone. He said, no. He said, she changed her name by herself. That he has been seeing this thing for years, but he has not said anything. That she changed her name by herself. Imagine saying that he collected her name. What for? Immediately he showed me that. Now, at this point, first one was the Feno one, when he said Feno is going to come as a witness, and Feno saying, I don't know what you're talking about. Secondly, the story of the Cynthia Morgan, right, collecting her name. He don't debunk that one with evidence. When he did that, at this point, I can't look for waiting to hold on to. And I said, her catalog. Peter said that her catalog had generated, so this is the point where I sleep in Peter now. Then Peter said that her catalog had generated hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you are currently in possession. I said, bros, with the way where the girl they go, even if you carry small, give the girl small. I know, so you the vex, you understand? Maybe something happened in the past, now you be the record label owner. He said hundreds of thousands of dollars. I said, yes. He said, from where? Cynthia Morgan. I said, yes. Then just started. He said, if I tell you how much I spent to do music video for Cynthia, that's number one. Cynthia, currently, the agreement on our paper, she has not even fulfilled that. He said, I don't know what happened to that girl along the line. But anyways, talking about this catalog, let me do something for you. Very dark man, I'm willing to give Cynthia the catalog. Cynthia should apologize so that she can be earning the hundreds of thousands of dollars. I will give it to her. I've held on this catalog for a long time, right? But I think it's now finally time to let it go. Now what you deal with me, now what you deal with me like this for my phone, I will give you the catalog. But you could call Cynthia. Cynthia should make an apology because what she said about me are lies, right? Well, at this point, I didn't like that Cynthia should apologize. He now said, you know what? VDM, I'm going to hand over the catalog to you. I know you have access to a lot of CEOs in the music scene. And you like evidence, Abby? Said yes. So I'll give you the catalog. You take it to any music exec of your choice. You give it to them. They'll bring an auditor. They'll look at the back end. They'll tell you how much Cynthia Morgan music and catalog have been able to make. If it has made hundreds of thousands of dollars, go online, cast me, and I'll pay all the money to Cynthia Morgan. That's a very big one to test people like me because I like evidence. So when he said that, I said, okay, no, well, I'm going to talk to Cynthia Morgan. But if what you are telling me and what I'm seeing is true, then what Cynthia did, I don't think is right. So I will reach out to her and ask her. I said, Jude wants an apology and blah, blah, blah. So she said, first, I can give you the catalog now. I said, no, don't worry.
So guys, this is what you get when you decide not to have or resolve your issues in the house as brothers, as family, or that outsiders begin to know what is happening in your family. And this is what exactly this case is. See, now Very Dark Man has heard a lot about what would have been a family matter. And that is how we Nigerians too are getting to know what we are not supposed to really need to know. So right now, Very Dark Man has exposed a lot of things and you have heard from him. Please, we are stopping it here. If you get anything to say, drop it in the comment because this is already a public debatable topic. So let us talk it together. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know how you feel about this ongoing saga. Is it right for these brothers to be having these issues up and down, or is it wrong? Drop it in the comment, and if you're a first timer, don't go without subscribing. Help us because we want to reach a broader audience so that we'll be talking, it will become an interactive house. So subscribe, belong to this family so that we'll be talking issues that matters in the society. So until I come your way again, have a lovely day.